What's up, my risers? Hey, so I wasn't even planning on doing any types of reading today. I was really about to be on my own. But then I started hearing that song by Drake, I'm on one. And the way I heard it was, F it, I'm on one. I'm getting so cold. Oh my God, that had me all hyped up. I'm picking up this. It's masculine energy. You don't necessarily have to be a male, but I'm seeing this as a male. I'm watching him just. It's like he's stepping out. He's stunting on him and popping that collar, popping that collar. He growing some umph about him. This is somebody who's starting to speak up and stand up for themselves. They're not taking no punches anymore. If somebody try to swing at them, they swinging back, and I don't mean like physically. I mean like verbally. And these people are catching it. They catching it now. This person is not holding any punches. You're starting to set better boundaries around you. You stepping out, and you see how this energy right here is. Doors wide open, just the way I said it. It's like popping that collar and stepping out on them. And this is exactly what you're doing. You're starting to set better boundaries now. You're grounding yourself. You're starting to nourish yourself more, showing yourself more love. You're done letting these people like think they can just talk to you any kind of way, because this is giving what Pluto and Gemini in the eighth house. Yes, I have my little dices that I play with that give me that back up the music that I'm hearing, basically. And so now you've been doing a lot of thinking, you know what I'm saying? And you're starting to see things, and you're opening your mouth more. So these people that tried to play you, mm, mm, that were playing with you or thought they were playing in your face, yeah, you on one. you on one. You letting them know, and they see it too. But let's see what's going on. Let's see how they thought they were playing with you in the past. Let's see what's going on with these people that were around you, because these are people I'm hearing that were close to you. Your communication is getting better now. You're opening your mouth more. You're getting brave with it. You're speaking up more. Woo! Parental control. Oh my goodness. Woo! You had that parental control over you, that overpower authority. And you were seeking a lot of approval from this person at some point in time. Like I said, you don't have to be masculine, but I am picking up like a male masculine energy out of this. This is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you're starting to open your mouth now. It's almost like you're coming into your own. You're listening to what it is that your body needs. You're listening to yourself. You're trusting yourself. You're nourishing self. You're actually taking this time to think about what it is that you want out of life, what is best for you. Because for too long, you've had other people going around holding you, having a grip over you, and you're sitting up here fighting for their approval, and they're actually having this overpowering authority over you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you freeze up when you have gone against this person. Sorry about that, but sometimes you freeze up. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my hair. I'm trying to get my life together, and everything is unraveling. That may be that sign. Everything is unraveling for these people around you, because you growing some umph now. You standing up for yourself. You getting brave with it, and they catching it. These people are catching it. They don't even know what to do at this point. You know what? But yeah, so excuse me, y'all. You letting your hair hang down. You letting it all out. That's funny, because that's how. At some point, these people were trying to run you. They were trying to tell you what was best for you when you felt like, I don't know what. Let's see, what period were you in? I'm taking it that you didn't believe in yourself more. You actually trusted these people, and now you're seeing that they've broken that trust. They have betrayed you. They feel betrayed by you stepping into this energy that you're in. But it's also coming from a sense of betrayal. You know what I'm saying? You're finding out that people that think you thought people wanted what was good for you, and that was not the case. It was more of, it wasn't about what was best for you, it was about how to control you. And that caused you a lot of anger, a lot of heartbreak. This is why these people are now catching hell, because you also feel some sense of betrayal. And this is why you suddenly like talking that talk. And like I said, you own one, but it ain't nothing you physically putting in here. It's like you popping off at the mouth right now, really. Like that. You letting it be known. You stepping into your own manhood, womanhood, or whatever, because now you realize that you are worthy. You've actually been nourishing yourself more. You've been listening to what your body needs. You've been grounding yourself. You've been tapping into that heart space, and it's starting to actually open. You're starting to realize that your existence is worthy. Your happiness is worthy. What you're wanting is worthy. And just as I was saying, grounding, here it is. I see that. Wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, you're starting to nourish yourself more. You're communicating, you're setting boundaries, you're limiting. It's almost like what you're not going to do, because this is the way I heard it. What you're not going to do is think you're going to talk to me any kind of way right now. This is not what we own. Now, we going to either talk it out or we don't need to talk at all. And this is how you're starting to come now. And you're coming from a place of grounding. You're nourishing yourself. You're doing what's best for you. You're becoming one. You may even be out there grounding with nature. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in the grass. I'm seeing trees or whatever, park, whatever. You're starting to center yourself now. You're bringing yourself back to center, because you realize you're finding your own identity. You're recognizing that you are worthy. You may even be sitting under, started sitting under trees and connecting with the trees and grounding yourself. You may even be thinking about it. You could be thinking about it. But I'm seeing someone meditating, opening their heart space, connecting within, finding that inner love, that sense of self-worth. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. First of all, I don't use these in my readings like that, but had to do what we had to do. But yeah, that I heard that reign of manipulation and control has ceased to exist. It's ceasing to exist. Yes. No more. You're a survivor. You're learning. You're surviving through it all. You're finding your own voice in this. You're finding your own heart center. You're willing to be more flexible now. You're opening up more. You're learning to go with the flow of you, if that makes sense. You're not out here you're not just out here just popping off at the mouth. If they come with it, you go back at it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also learning that you are learning to pick and choose your battles. But if you haven't, this advice is for you. Learn to pick and choose your battles. Everything is not worth giving your energy into. Putting your energy into. And sometimes you have those people that are energy vampires, and they are, these are the people that love to just kick up the dust or whatever, get this reaction out of you, and you react. You're reacting. That's normal. And it puts you in a place of, it's almost like, I hate to use this word loosely, but narcissistic like tendencies. I'm not a doctor. Well, I'm an astral surgeon, let me rephrase that. But I do not diagnose, but I will say it comes with narcissistic type tendencies. This person could be, or they have those traits. But you're learning to be more flexible. You're tuning into yourself. You have bent a lot. You're almost like that new little tree. When the wind blows, you have swayed, bent, but you never broke. They can't break you. And this is what my people are saying. They can't break you. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I apologize. Okay, I apologize. I'm back. That was somebody at the door knocking. But yeah, you have bent, but you're learning to be more flexible. They may have bent you, but they did not break you. And this is where you're coming up and you're starting to speak up now because you're holding some You growing some. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, you learn to be more flexible. You learn to go with the flow. You learn to tune in to self. You're actually learning yourself. You're learning what it is that you want out of life, what it is that you desire out of life. And you learn to stop letting people tell you what it is that you're wanting out of life. I'm seeing partnerships. So they may even be, you know what I'm saying, trying to tell you who you should and should not be with. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but we gonna let's see. It could be partnerships. Oh yeah, perspective. These people have had a great hold in the past. We're talking about past now. Distorting your view, changing your perspective by creating any sense of doubt in your mind. But you're not going for that anymore. You're not with that anymore. You're not with that. You're starting to grow something. You toning into what it is that's best for you now. What makes you happy. And by that I want to say, what's up? That's it. That's what's up. That is what's up. Proud of you. I'm proud of anybody rising up from this. Yeah. Ooh, there may have been someone that has inspired you. That is the Queen of Wands. There may have been someone that you admire, you're attracted to, that has inspired you to influence you to step into your power, your sense of who you are. You've had some influence of some sort. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Woo, that is a lot. Oh, I forgot my whys. We got to get into the whys. But I don't have it right now. Oh, well. So, yeah, but these people had a way of distorting your perception. But that was because it came from a place of not loving yourself, not respecting, not trusting yourself, I'm going to go ahead and say it, not respecting yourself. I heard that you felt like you were never worthy of things, good things, great things, you know. You feel like, I don't know if it's almost like people say it. It's almost like they talk to you like, well, it's almost like I'm hearing like, but this is like going into the childhood type thing. Like, why would I get you something nice if you ain't gonna do nothing? You're gonna mess it up. You're gonna tear it up or whatever. That could have been like, I don't know. It's giving me like a sense of toy. I don't know, clothing for something. It was something, but your perspective, you're shifting your perspective. You're shifting your perspective now. You're starting to see how these people were feeding you illusions. That's the way I heard it. Creating this distorted view. From a place of, I'm going to go back to it, self-reflecting. These people were the root cause of you seeing yourself the way you viewed yourself. It started with, and if you notice with the root chakra, that is the root for security, home, safety. And that's where you, in a sense, were lacking. So you may have even been operating a lot from a place of the root chakra. But I'm also, when I look at this ball right here with flexibility, I'm seeing the yellow, and that is the solar plexus, which tells me confidence, struggling with the confidence, and even spilled over into love lives. I'm seeing blue. You had trouble communicating, whoever this is. This will kind of help narrow that down for who you know, who this reading is for. Yeah. So, you can be flexible, but don't let anybody break you. But yeah, there is an energy that you are very attracted to. That is helping you to step into your power. They're inspiring you. This person has like a subtle influence over you. This could be secretly. It could be known. I'm getting more along the secretive path, if that makes sense. Now you're starting to practice compassion, but it's more of compassion for yourself. This is what your spiritual team is also wanting you to do if you're not already doing this. They're wanting you to have more understanding, love, and kindness and patience with yourself, with your heart space. You're stepping into the unfamiliar. And one thing we know about the unfamiliar is it does not feel right. Sometimes when you're so used to dysfunction, something that is normal or that is good for you feels different. It's not right. It's not what you're used to. And as a human, the first thing we know to do is panic and withdraw. But now you're actually stepping into this place where you're coming into your own mind. You're stepping into your own energy. It's almost like you're not quite there, but you're stepping into that emperor energy. You're getting there. You're taking the necessary steps that are needed to step into that emperor energy. But it also takes for you to have more empathy, understanding, and compassion for yourself. Your angels are saying you've taken that step back and you started to observe. Or if you haven't, take that step back and start to observe. But I'm getting, for somebody who's growing some oomph and these people are catching hell, you took a step back and you start to see what was going on around you. You're starting to have a sense of understanding, going back to the root chakra, of where this stems from. You're learning yourself. It's almost like learning yourself all over again, but you're learning yourself from a place of you learning yourself, not from a place of what people or who people are telling you are, what people are telling you about yourself. You are learning yourself, and you're putting that rebellious stuff. You stopping all of that. You going against it. Because that chain is trying to go around, but it looks like he's pushing with his hand and he's having that power to push away where those chains can't wrap around him and hold him tight. But at some point in time, this was the case. But now you're starting to break free from those chains. You know what I'm saying? And the trust has been broken because you're now seeing where people are starting to operate around you, what place they're operating from when they come around you. And it's always been, some of you, they've always tried to humble you in some kind of way, but it's coming from a place of their own problems and insecurities or their past or something. It really does not have a lot to do with you per se. But you're now finding yourself. You're finding your place in this world. That's the way I heard it. You're finding your place in this world. You're finding that you're meant to make space in this world. You're meant to take up space in this world. You may also have magnetic energy about you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start growing into your own and start putting that love into yourself, that kindness into yourself, that understanding into yourself. Because a lot of these situations that have been happening around you or that has happened to you was always from a wounded space, and you're starting to notice that, and you're taking the necessary steps that you're needing to do to heal those pieces back together, if that makes sense, and change the way you think. You're learning that you don't have to carry on the way everybody else. You know, I don't have to carry on in the same trait that my mother or my father or whatever decided to carry on. I don't have to do that. I can do something different, and I'm choosing to do something different, and that's what you're doing. I apologize, y'all. You're working on setting better boundaries. You're working on speaking up. You're working on finding that voice. You're working on your confidence. You're grounding yourself. You're nourishing yourself. And at the same time, I'm going to go back on it. You're giving these people, you're giving it to them. because you're choosing to be the one to step up and grow some. You're choosing to step up. You're getting sick and tired of this mess. You sat back and you didn't like, as you was sitting back watching all this stuff, because whatever was going on, you were going through something. I'm feeling like this is someone awakening. That's the way I heard it. Having this epiphany, having an awakening. And you've been sitting back and you've been paying attention to everything that's been going on around you. And you didn't like what you saw. You did not like what you were seeing. You did not like it. And you realize that these people were trying to humble you. They were literally trying to humble you. Everything is not going to go your way. Be flexible. Bend, but don't break. Let people say what they want to say. But as long as you're honing in on who you are and you finding your own truth, you step into your own truth. Step into it with understanding and kindness. That does not mean that people get to do what they want to do or have their way with you. No. That's not what we on over here. That's not what we on. That's not what we. It's almost like half and half. Embrace both sides of you. That dark and that shadow side. Embrace them both. Everything is not meant to be, and some people may not like what I have to say. Everything is not meant to be all love and light. Yin and yang does not exist. When you see the yin and yang symbol, do you see all light or do you see light and shadow? You see both, and it's about having balance. Because if you're all light, you're bound to let people run over you, and this is where that balance and embracing who you are of self, shadow part of you steps in, because it's like, but you don't let it get so far out of control that the shadow overwhelms you, takes over you. You have control of it. Always remember that and take control of it. So always remember, you are worthy just by being. You don't have to go around seeking approval, especially approval that is conditional. You know what I'm saying? Because you're starting to find out that those approvals that you were seeking, they were only conditional. And it wasn't even on conditions of it working in your favor. It was on the condition of it working in other people's favor. And the way I heard this is, and by it being conditional and making other people happy, you found yourself in an unhappy space. And now, this is what you're angry about and feel betrayed about. And you're learning your identity. You're learning your place in this world. You're learning who you are, what you're here to do. Everything. Take up space. That's what I'm here to say. Hold on. Let me get as to the why. All right, my bad. I had to go get my car, get my why. We got to see what's going on here, because I'm sure this is meant. This is to prepare you for what's ahead. Once again, you don't see the path of what's ahead, but this is to help you step up into leadership of whoever the man that you are needing to be for your queen. Some of you already know who this queen is. Some of you may not. You don't know what's ahead, but it's to prepare you for what's ahead. You have a mission. You have a soul's mission. Let's see. And it is to teach you to step into your own. Yes, you're being redirected. You're being redirected to a new path. You're starting to walk away from everything that's behind you now, the things that no longer serve you. You're getting prepared for what's ahead because you have a new path ahead of you. You have a new path ahead of you. You have a mission ahead of you that you are needing to fulfill. And I got a whole feeling right here that you already know what it is that you need to do. Some of you already know. I don't want to say this. I ain't gonna go into that. But what I will say is, you know what it is that you need to do. Some of you know who your mission is with. You know y'all are meant to do great things together. Yeah. Y'all know those terms. I'm not going to say them. But yeah, you're being redirected into a new path of you, into a new path of what is best for you, into this path of finding your happiness, what makes you happy, what makes you feel like you're going in the right direction, what makes you feel like you belong, this mission that you have and everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, Continue to pay attention. Don't start slipping, and don't let it, don't let it go to your head. Um, but not in a sense of cockiness, but don't let it go so far in your head that you start, you know, getting to this place of anger. This is how I'm getting it. This place of anger and feeling like you can't trust anyone. That's the advice that I'm being told to give you. Um, Everyone has been through heartbreaks. No one's heartbreak is the same. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has different things to go through. But we also have to start understanding that these things that we go through should be awakening something in us to make us better, to get us on our path, to get us on the mission that we're supposed to be doing. And sometimes people get so caught up in the heartbreak. You see her holding that dagger, but she's still leaking that energy. She's still leaking energy. She's leaking energy after pulling it out. But it looks also like you're starting to ground yourself and reclaim all of this energy back. You're reclaiming it. Keep reclaiming your energy back to you. Cleansed, cleared, and purified. Keep observing. Pay attention. These things are teaching you lessons. Notice, instead of getting angry, start paying attention to the patterns around you. The patterns, how when you started catching this, stepping back and observing what was going on here, pay attention to how those patterns look in everyday life. That should be helping you out. Always be flexible. Like they said, always be flexible. Bend, but don't break. But I'm also getting these people tried to break you. That's what I heard. These people tried to break you. I guess your name could be Blake. I don't know. These people tried to break you, but you're flexible. You're strong. You may bend, but you're not broken. Ever. Don't let them break you. You're not here for that. You have that strength in you. Otherwise, what I said a saying a long time ago, people don't waste their time trying to get fruits from trees that bear no fruit. So just know, when people are coming at you like that, when people are coming for you like that, just know you got some fruit that is worthy out there. But you got to see the worthiness in your fruit. You got to know that you're that tree that's bearing that fruit. You get what I'm saying? People don't waste their time if it doesn't have anything coming from it. They don't waste their time. Why would I go to an apple tree? Why would I go to a pine tree for apples? Why would I go to an apple tree when it's not that season? Do you get where I'm going with this? People don't waste their time on something that has no potential, that has nothing about it. So I'm here to encourage you. Stay up. Don't let them get you down. Don't let them break you. They only bent you for a while. Get back up. Straighten it back up. Tighten up. Have that step up. Give them, Give them out here. But you ain't got to be all belligerent with it or nothing. You just sit back and you observe and you play the role too. Oh, okay. Okay. Don't give no more than what they give. That's how you do it. That's my time, because I'm getting too hyped about this and I'm going to give her all the advice. But yeah. Hope this resonated with someone. You can book a reading with me on my link tree. My link is in the bio. Safe Space Wellness. My name is Phoenix. I am the owner of Safe Space Wellness. But that is all the message for today. Keep growing, keep going, keep moving forward. You're going in the right direction. Trusting yourself, grounding yourself, and keep it pushing. Get on that mission. That's all I gotta say. Get on that mission. Stay up, y'all. Peace.